Welcome back, Officers Republics. Of course, on Underworld Police Chief APGAINS. A really interesting conversation was brought up on stream the other night, and just quickly, Friday night, 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to do about a 6-hour live stream where I just rip as many roster reviews as humanly possible. We'll have like a counter where we'll do 1,000 or 100 or 100,000, whatever. It's fun. Show up. But the point of the video here is, for guilds, there's kind of an interesting conversation that's been happening recently. It's been happening on Discord. It's been happening on Reddit a lot. And it's been happening in comment sections and live stream chats and stuff like that. And that is, yes, okay, this is a multifaceted point. So just allow me to go on a couple of tangents, and hopefully I don't melt your brain enough with my raw stupidity that you're unrecoverable. Different points that I'm going to make, and then I'm going to mash them all together. First point. Farming JMK as your first Galactic Legend early, if you're a really efficient account, is a great idea, but one of the things that a lot of people struggle with, at least mentally, is what do we do about Cat? Now, obviously, the answer to that is pretty simple. It's now way more efficient to farm Cat in Proving Grounds than it was with the old way of using the 600 crystals, because it's slightly more efficient, and you can kind of do it at a burst. So there's that. There is the 4 million GP thing, but realistically, if you farm your full Core 8 teams, have some good ships, and then pick up an entire Galactic Legend, 4 million GP is not really going to be a huge deal for you. So there's the JMK point. There's the point of guilds having an interesting conversation about characters that can be unlocked in the territory battles. Light side, dark side, Geo versus TB3. Obviously, it's not here. I would show you, and there'd be all these great visuals, and it would be fantastic. But I still believe, here, let's just pop this open to help make this point. I still believe, from the bottom of my heart, that light side Geo has died. The reason I say that is the main reason to do light side Geo was just it was a second opportunity to get 2. But now you can also get 2 from TB3. TB3 rewards give you get 3, which you could never get before, and we've done some tests on some pretty average to below average guilds at 220 million GP, which is like the threshold, and you can get some rewards, right? You get some stars, you preload, you can get some get 3, you can get some get 2. It's a great time. The reason that I think that is better than slightly overperforming what you could do in TB3 in light side Geo is simply that the rewards are better, right? Obviously, the rewards are not looking fantastic right now because it's just Cam and Boba Fett, Sign of Django, but you get some cat shards, you get some gear. Don't ever spend your get 3 on gear, but it solves the problem of Cam, right? You're not going to get your Cam shards from doing your light side Geo, but that solves the problem. But realistically, it's just going to help slightly expedite that cat farming, which is going to be nice, while also giving out some get 2, which you can use for the Malevolence or you can use for the Negotiator, yada, yada, yada. It's going to give you some get 1 too, but realistically, it's just going to give you an opportunity to kind of expedite those higher tier farms. Now, I still believe that Dark Side Geo is probably worth doing for these 220, 230, 240 million GP accounts, simply because it's going to allow people to get Watt shards. And Watt, of course, is a requirement for JMK, and I believe strongly in JMK being the most efficient first Galactic Legend. Whether or not he's the best first Galactic Legend for you and your particular account is obviously up for debate. There is an entire formula that I always yell out into the ether when I'm streaming about what's the best Galactic Legend for a specific account, and it depends on a lot of stuff. But it's gotten down pretty much to a science at this point. So, you know, whatever your account looks like, we can kind of give you that. But the point I was trying to make is, a lot of people and a lot of guilds are just not taking the step into the new territory battle. And yes, it's kind of stupid, and yes, it's kind of hard, but you can get it done at 220 million GP. I've seen actual guilds with, let's just say, not super active and not super powerful guild members do some work in the new TB3 and get the rewards, and that's paid off in Cam shards, it's paid off in cat shards, and other stuff like that. So at this point, I'm kind of just offering this video up to all the people who said, APGAINS, can you help convince my guild leader? We're a 250 million GP guild. Can you help convince us to do TB3 instead of Lightside Geo? So I guess if you're one of the like 7 people that this video was made for, help your guild members out and let them do TB3. It's a new, interesting feature. Obviously, it's a lot harder, but the rewards are worth it, and I think it's going to be good. So yeah, all right, bye-bye.